Hi guys, welcome back to another deck tech and gameplay. It's been a while since I've uploaded last video. Had a lot of work recently. It came to my attention that all the decks I've built recently all were with black mana, since at current metagame a lot of vehicles and strong creatures at early games which need instant removal, and black provides the most efficient ways to deal with such creatures. But I decided to build some deck without black. It's in Temur colors, blue, red, green, Kiora's Assault, and I will show you now the core of the deck. As the name states, we have Kiora in this deck and some fancy enchantments to play with. Let's take a close look. We have one copy of Lightning Axe. Sometimes it's crucial to destroy heavy toughness creatures, or probably harvesters or caravan, so 5 damage is pretty nice. But since we don't have any discard cards with madness cost, except one, but its madness cost is more than its normal cost, so there is only one copy of Lightning Axe. We have 2 shocks, some direct damage to player, sometimes crucial. Also, it's only 2 copies since shock deals 2 damage, and most of the creatures we need to deal with is most of time 3 toughness, like Copter and maybe Constrictor. So putting too much shocks is not very nice and not very effective, so only 2 copies of this. We have 3 Duskwatch Recruiter. The guy can help us to look for another creatures. Also, when he transforms, we can cast creature spells for 1 mana less, and in this deck is especially nice. You will see a little bit later why. We have Evolutionary Leap. It also synergizes with the core of our deck, which is in fact, I better show it now, Flameshadow Conjuring, enchantment that will give us token with hasty token for 1 red mana, and most of our creatures have nice enter the battlefield abilities, so not only we will benefit from the hasty token, but also with doublet enter the battlefield abilities. So our Evo Leap synergize in late game with the hasty token, which will be exiled anyway, so we can sacrifice it and look for another creatures. We have 3 copies of Unsubstantiate. It's a nice tempo card, so we can probably return creatures like sorry, forgot. I need to check. It's the land guy. Yeah, here. Ormendal. So if our opponent, for example, make his Ormendal, we can easily return his to the hand. So not only we deal with his with him as the threat, also our opponent simply loses 5 creatures. Of course, it's nice to return some spells when we need to give us another turn, for example. Next card is Hanweir Garrison. It's a very nice card to provide us with the tokens we can sacrifice to Evo Leap. Also, it's hasty when it enters to battlefield and we have a Conjuring. We can have its hasty token, and the human creatures tokens with 1/1 power and toughness will stay on the board after the garrison, after the copy of garrison will be exiled. So it's very nice. Tireless Tracker is a very nice card to have. Also, it will provide us with the card advantage. Also, it will be ever-growing threat for our opponents. So it's pretty cool card here. Also synergize with the Conjuring in the way of if we can drop the tracker, then copy it, and then drop the land, we will have 2 tokens, so it's pretty cool. Bounding Krasis, also nice tempo creature with pretty solid body. It has enter the battlefield ability, and even if we will not benefit from attacking with the hasty token, for example, if we will cast Krasis at our opponent's turn, but we will copy him anyway and tap 2 creatures, which is pretty nice. One of our another enchantment is Favorite Visions. The way to deal with some probably hard to play against opponents like Foggers. Favorite Visions provides us with some draw cards. Of course, it provides our opponent with cards as well, but it will deal him some damage, so putting a pressure is pretty nice. We have Broken Concentration for probably countering some spells we need to. Another instant to deal with artifacts and enchantments, also gaining some life, is Appetite for the Unnatural. A pretty cool instant card to play in current meta game, since we have pretty much a lot of vehicles which is artifacts, so we can destroy copters, harvesters and so on, and gaining some life, which is nice. Altered Ego, it can be countered for when it casted. Also we can copy it pretty easily, and when we Altered Ego will enter the battlefield, it will be the copy of any creature, so the Conjuring trigger will be after the Altered Ego takes its form. So for example, if we will target Altered Ego for our Verdurous Gearhulk, we will have 2 copies of Gearhulk at once, and we will have tons of the counters, so it's nice. Also, we can copy some creatures our opponent have. For example, we can make the Ulamog and copy it, sacrifice Altered Ego which entered the battlefield, and attack with a hasty copy. Sometimes it's in late game it can win the game. But not only this, but the Altered Ego is pretty cool card to have in the deck with instant copies. Flameshadow Conjuring, I already explained. Kiora, not the most powerful planeswalker, but I decided to include it in this deck. One of the reasons it's pretty fancy ultimate, since we have a lot of creatures entering with copies, and we can, for example, enter with some creature for example, Gearhulk. We can choose not to fight some creature our opponent have, but hasty token from Flameshadow Conjuring, which we not care about. In fact, we can simply make him fight opponent's creature, take damage instead of our proper creatures that will stay on the board. Also, Kiora provides us with the defenders if we need to, with mana, if we will tap our land for mana and then tap it with Kiora ability. Also, if we need to, we can search for land or creature in our top 4 cards for her minus ability. Next we have Gearhulks, Verdurous Gearhulk, which is pretty scary creature. for 5 mana if he enters the battlefield with the Flameshadow Conjuring. We have Torrential Gearhulk, flash creature which can cast instant card from our graveyard. Also, if we will double him, we will double the instant we need to cast. For example, we can flash the Gearhulk at our opponent's turn and target our broken concentration to deal with some spells our opponent's casting at the moment, and double for appetite, for example, and aid him his enchantment or artifact he has on the board. Next we have Combustible Gearhulk, cool creature to have on the board with first strike and solid body. Also his ability is pretty scary, especially if it doubled. I've managed to kill opponent at one turn when he decided both of abilities of Gearhulk and his copy to drop cards in our graveyard and take damage, and he was dead in fact in one turn. Greenwarden of Murasa is very cool creature to have on. He is not legendary, so we can have a lot of copies. So we can cast Murasa, have his enter of battlefield ability, trigger it, copy it with Conjuring, have another target card from graveyard to our hand, and we can target Murasa with our alternate ego. So we can basically, if the Murasa will live long enough, we can take from our graveyard a lot of cards with him and the ego. And we have Gaea's Revenge, pretty scary creature in late game for example for control decks, since he can be countered, and so he can be target of the non-green spells or abilities from non-green sources, but he can be copied with Conjuring, since Conjuring doesn't target himself, it just have the trigger. And our mana base is 2 islands, 3 mountain, 3 forests, 2 Lumbering Falls. I didn't include another mainland we can in fact include with this mana base. Let me show here is Wandering Fumarole. Main thing is Wandering Fumarole as a creature is not very scary. It can be killed by a lot of abilities. Lumbering Falls have hexproof when it becomes elemental. Also, Fumarole always tapped, enters the battlefield tapped, and I wanted to minimize the lands which will be enter the battlefield tapped. So dropping Fumarole out and adding some basics decreases the chances we have in late game tapped land on the battlefield when we need untapped land. Then Cinder Glade 2 copies, Rootbound Crag, Hinterland Harbor, Sulfur Falls, 2 copies of Hanweir Battlements, having haste, having ability to give the haste to creatures who enters the battlefield right now is pretty nice. 1 copy of Rogue's Passage and 3 copies of Aether Hub. So here's the deck. So let's take a look at it in the battles. Let's see, we're on the play. We have 4 mana. We can cast Duskwatch Recruiter, we can cast Hanweir Garrison. We don't have blue yet, but we have Aether Hub. Probably we'll draw it a bit later, so let's keep. Starting with Forest, so next time we can drop Recruiter. Let's see what's our opponent about. He's on red, so our Recruiter will probably die, but I don't really mind it for now. We have Unsubstantiate, which is nice, but we need blue. Also, this deck doesn't have any mass removal, board wipes, but it still can perform pretty nice without it. Greenwarden of Murasa, pretty nice as well. Well, I think I will drop Aether Hub. I will keep Krasis. I can drop Garrison, but I think having Recruiter transformed is pretty nice. Also, I want to have Unsubstantiate available, probably if our opponent will cast some Madness creature. And he probably will, since he has discard outlet. Also having Howler transformed, we can attack into Bloodseeker. Let's see what he is up to. Yep, here's a Fiery Temper. So, well, we can unsubstantiate our Howler, or probably his Fiery Temper, but he will discard it again. Ah, no, he can't, since the Bloodseeker will die. Well, yep, let's do this. No, sir. If he will attack, I will trade, since I don't want his outlet on the board. I now know he has a Fiery Temper, so our Garrison won't leave. Let's see, we have Island, so I really think I will keep Krasis. Operating, no. No, well, if he want to kill my Garrison, he need to cast Temper, and he will spend 3 mana, so it will slow him down for a while. So let's drop the Garrison. He can't kill it right now, but of course if he doesn't have Lightning Axe. Let's see. Yep, here is a Temper. Okay, now we have 5 mana. I really like to draw some action, but next turn we can drop our Murasa and get some of the cards we have in the graveyard. We'll see if we need to. Here is a Yoth. Well, here I can even flash and tap it, but I want to trade. I don't want to have the youth on the board, since he probably has some removals, and he will simply kill my Krasis and proceed with attacking. No, I don't want the ability. Now I think I will drop the Murasa and take my Krasis back. Here's another one. So, probably not. Maybe I will take Unsubstantiate even. I need... I'd like to have another green mana, so if I will decide to unsubstantiate my Murasa back, so I could cast it, since I've spent all the energy for my hubs for now. Gaea's Bidding, 2 tokens, which will die for unsubstantiate if we need to. Here is the Evo Leap, which is nice. Let's cast it now. So, on other hand, if we will attack into with Murasa and he blocks with both, we can unsubstantiate 1, but I'm not sure if he doesn't have some shock or something, but let's try it. No, he doesn't have it. so it's pretty nice. Let's see what he's up to. If you have something to cast, probably kill my Murasa with something. Let's see. Here's another tokens. Okay, I don't mind. Okay, Hanweir Battlements. So we can keep our Krasis. I don't think I want to attack with Murasa now, since he has 10 damage on the board. Getting Krasis, we can kill 2 of them, or we can block 1 zombie. Here is a Blood Swan. Let's stab him. Okay, he's go for attack. Unfortunately, we don't have any green to sacrifice to our Evo Leap, which is not very nice. Let's see if he has any. No, he doesn't. Okay, that's pretty cool. We have our ego, so we can copy our Murasa, and if we will attack, it's not very cool. We can make him hasty with the battlements, but at this point it's not very effective, since we will he has 8 damage on the board, and creature which can give the haste to he's another vampire, so I will just copy my Murasa and take back Garrison, so I can cast him this round. Yep, here it is. I think we need some pressure, so I will go for attack. We can block 2 of his creatures, so only 4 damage, and we will still have 6. Probably he will have some youth or something in his hand, but here is Falkenrath, which is not very cool. So it's 4, and Falkenrath will transform. So it's 5, 7. Well, it's pretty much attack of desperation. We have lethal. Here is blue and red, so we can even make our Garrison into his meld version, and attack for huge amount of damage. So good game, opponent. Up to the next one. Okay, let's see, we're on the draw. Well, we have all 3 of our mana, but we don't have any early play, Though we have Conjuring and Appetite. Well, let's try and keep it. Let's see, probably we will have some nice draws. Opponent at black. Maybe control, maybe aggro build. Crisis is nice. And we will be able to cast him in our third turn. Let's see. Okay, well, this can be a Delirium deck, which is not very fast, but still. Another late game drop, which is not very cool. But let's see. Here is Abby and Liliana. Okay. Liliana is not very nice, but we will try to, next turn we will try to ambush her and deal some damage to her. We'll see. We can tap his cultivator, so he won't be able to block her. Or maybe another blocker if he will have it on the board. Liliana is a bit of problem, so we need to deal with her somehow. Yep, here is the way to deal with her, so we will drop the Favorite Visions. It will provide us with cards and also will deal damage to Liliana until our opponent will have 4 more cards on his hand. So it's a pretty nice draw we had. So the opponent now is at some pressure. We'll see if he has ways to deal with our visions. I hope not. But we still need to deal with something with the cultivators, since we are taking damage. It's not very cool. Here is our 4th land. So here we can drop our Conjuring now, I think. We still have plenty of health, and we will be able to copy our Crisis. So let's do this. I don't think our opponent has any counter spells. Well, at least not in green-black. But it looks like he wasn't expecting such play from us. Yep, Grapple from the Past. It's clearly shows he is on Delirium deck. Here's a Shkana and the Dryad. Another Visions. Well, do he has? No, he's not. Well, Visions will kill Liliana at some point, since it deals 2 damage and Liliana only ticks for +1. We'll keep try and kill her. Nice. We have Altered Ego, but we didn't have any drop. Let's drop another Visions. I don't mind to drop Appetite for now. Damn. Our opponent conceded. Well, let's drop Appetite, and I think I can drop... Well, we can always take some of our big creatures back with the Murasa, so I think I will drop Gaea's Revenge for now. I'd like to have Recruiter and Crisis in the hand to try and drop them. Let's see. Okay, opponent decided to sacrifice his Liliana since she will die anyway. It opens opportunity to start to deal damage to our opponent. he will take 4 now. So Ishkana made some tokens, which is not very nice. We have only 2 different type of cards at the moment, so we can we can't copy her for now. We need to drop something there. For example, if our Verdurous Gearhulk will drop in the graveyard, it will be artifact there. Also, we can drop. We have instant creature. Yep, we need a land probably. Let's drop Aether Hub. So, at this moment, what we can do, we can at our opponent's turn cast Krasis, double it, tap his 2 creatures with the most power, Ishkana and Dryad. And probably he will not attack into us, but I'm pretty sure our at least 1, maybe even 2, our Krasis will die. Let's see. Also, at some Unsubstantiate can deal with his tokens. Here is another land, which is nice, and another land. Okay, so Torrential Gearhulk is pretty nice. I will drop Recruiter at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Glade will become untapped. Lumbering Falls no, so I will drop Falls. So let's see when our opponent proceed to attack phase, and we will tap his both creatures. Here is nice. Well, that's pretty cool. Wait. There is no point to wait. He is tapped out, so Unsubstantiate his Ormendal. Also Krasis and tap his Dread. Yep, tap. We don't have Conjuring token, but it's fine. For now, I think I will cast my Murasa and grab my Unsubstantiate back. Well, even though I think I will cast Gearhulk, copy it, and proceed with attack. I will drop 2, 3, 1 here and pay all the tokens. Sorry, all the counters on the token. So it's 8/8. We need to apply some pressure. Here's 5/5. He can block only 1. It will be Krasis. Also, our visions will deal 4 damage next turn. I don't think that our opponent can deal 12 damage to us in the next turn, especially with only 1 Dryad at the moment and at the board. So let's see. We have 2 counters, which is nice, but we don't have mana to use it. So if our opponent doesn't have any Pulse of Murasa, we are probably won. Let's see. Here is Vessel of Nansisi. Sorry. Nascent Sea. Forgot how to spell it. Nothing fancy here. So he took the Dryad. He's going on attack into us. Well, I don't want to block, to be honest. And 1, 2, we won. Good game. Well, let's see, we're on the draw again. Well, we have only one mana, I don't really like it. Yep, here is much better. We have all 3 colors, we have Recruiter, we have Krasis. We can drop Mountain and have both of our lands untapped on the battlefield when they enter. So, it's pretty nice. Unsubstantiate is cool as well. Let's see our opponent and red-white, probably some vehicles or even Marduk colors. I'm pretty sure he has Fatal Push, but so be it. Let's drop blue. I don't want to drop Recruiter for now. Here is Heart of Kiran, which will die to our appetite. Crag to enable appetite, and let's continue and see what our opponent will cast. If he will cast nothing, I will... Yep, wait. I think I will drop... No, I will 8 his Heart of Kiran. Tracker into Harbor to have some clue. So we have Unsubstantiate. I don't know if our opponent has any destroys for our tracker. We will see. Maybe he has some hasty vehicles, like Cruiser with 5/3 trample haste. Nope, he has Caravan, which is nice. We can always unsubstantiate it. Cool. Now let's keep our blue available. Drop another tracker and forest. I want to keep unsubstantiate available. Let's see what our opponent has. At the end of his turn I will sacrifice clue if I don't need to use unsubstantiate. Well, I think I don't want this on the board for now. Yep. So let's see, we will sacrifice 1 clue. Here is another forest, cool. I'm not sure if our opponent has any vibes, but if we will sacrifice both clues, we will deal 12 damage, and also his Sky Sovereign couldn't kill our trackers. Let's see. Another substantiate. Who? Yeah, I will keep it available. So 2 damage is nice, but have ability to keep our trackers alive is better, I think. Let's see. There is no point for casting any for casting his sovereign now, since it's insta loss. Let's see what our opponent has. Probably he has a disintegration. Yep. Sorry, mate. Not now. So at this point we can either sacrifice both of our clues. Or just attack. Yeah, let's keep our cancel if we need to, and just finish off our opponent. Well, nice game. Sorry for my chair. Well, here is the games. I will add another game in the end of this video. It's very long game. It's will long for half hour. There is no commentary since I've recorded it without mic. It will be game against control deck. Pretty interesting, but there is one difference. In that build there is no Greenwarden of Murasa, and there is 2 copies of Lightning Axe. There is the only difference. Well, the game was pretty fancy. In fact, I hope you will enjoy it. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.